SV Union High School and Junior College welcomes all the students of Standard 9. In today's Chapter 8, Industry and Trade of History, we are going to study about the various industries in India. So let us begin. Industry and Trade. In this chapter, we are going to gather some information about industry and trade in India. In the post-independence period, after India became independent, the Industrial Finance Corporation of India was established in 1948 with the purpose of making available long-term loans to industrial projects. Similarly, the Industrial Development Corporation was established in 1954 in order to bring about greater development of the industrial sector. So students, we can see that after independence, immediately in 1948, the Industrial Finance Corporation was established and its purpose was to make long-term loans available to industrial projects so that more and more industries can be developed in India. Similarly, in 1954, the Industrial Development Corporation was established and its also purpose was to bring about greater development of the industrial sector. So, children, more and more industries means more economy and more employment to the people in India. So, the government tried and it tries in every way to develop the industries in India so that our economy will prosper. Now let us see some industries in India. Now the first most is the textile industry. The textile industry forms 14% of the total industrial production. It includes the power loom and the handloom industries. The handloom industries are labor intensive. According to the Textile Committee Act 1963, a textile committee has been established. This committee sets the quality standards for textile manufacture for sale in the internal market as well as for export. So students, textile means it's related with cotton and it is a flourishing industry. This textile industry alone forms about 14% of the total industrial production. It includes power loom and the handloom industries. So it includes both. Power loom means related to, it's based on electricity, as well as handloom means related to labor. So the handloom industries, they are labor intensive, means they are more dependent on labor. Now according to the Textile Committee Act of 1963, a committee was established according to the Textile Committee Act of 1963, a textile committee was established and this committee, its work was to set the quality standards for textiles manufactured for sale in the internal market, means for selling in India, as well as for export, means selling in other countries. So whether that cloth is of good quality, what is its standard, that Textile Committee Act, which was formed in 1963, this textile committee, it decides about the quality standards of the cloth and then it is sold in the market in India as well as it is ready for exports. Now let's see the next, which is the silk industry. Now this silk industry, this industry functions under the Ministry of Textiles. The research about the species of the silkworm and mulberry trees is done in the Siri Biotic Research Laboratory at Bengaluru. This industry is primarily in the states of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal and Jammu and Kashmir. Now it is being spread in states with predominantly tribal populations. Now students, another industry is the silk industry. Now as the name suggests, this industry is based on the species of silkworm. The more good quality silkworms, then more good quality silk we will get. And the silkworms have to be breeded. Mulberry trees are required because the silkworms, they require these mulberry trees for their breed. Now the research about this species of silkworm and the mulberry trees, it is done in the Siri Biotic Research Laboratory at Bangalore. That is Bangalore. Then this industry is also there primarily in the states of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal and Jammu and Kashmir. Now mostly it is spread in states with predominant tribal populations. So where there are more tribal peoples, mostly this industry is spread there for the breeding of the silkworms. The next is the jute industry. Jute industry. India is the top ranking country in jute production. India is a major exporter of jute products. We get cloth, sackcloth and ropes from jute. So children, you can see in the picture also how jute they are producing in the factories. You might have seen sacks, then ropes. Most of the food grains, they are packed in these sacks of jute, like rice, wheat, jawar and other food grains, and then they are sold in market. And then India is the top ranking country in this production of jute, and it is a major exporter of jute products. Now there are many things which are produced from jute: sackcloth, ropes, and exporter means we are giving this to other countries, we are selling to other countries. So jute industry is one of the major industry in India. The next is the hand sculpting. This is a labor intensive craft. Sculptors got employment due to the capacity of the craft to absorb more craftsmen, small investment, more profits, preference to exports and possibility of earning more foreign exchange. Several cities have market mechanisms like Delhi Haat, which enables the craftsmen from rural and urban areas to get a market for their wares. Now students, as you can see in the picture, that how that man, he is making an idol by sculpting it out. You can see in the down picture. Intensive craft. Sculptors, they get employment due to the capacity of the craft to absorb more craftsmen, small investment, more profits, preference to exports and possibility of earning more foreign exchange. So most of the sculptors, they get employment because of their capacity, because of their potential. Now several cities, they have their markets for selling this. For example, Delhi Haat, it enables the craftsmen from rural and urban areas to get a market. Now when they have made this, they should also get a market for their sale of their wares. So hand sculpting is also one of the labor intensive craft. Okay. In the second part of the lesson, we are going to continue where we are going to study some more industries and their scope. Thank you, students.